What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome to week 1 of my NFL 2019 game predictions. Now, for those of you that know, this is kind of like a yearly thing for me. I'm going on year 3 of doing these game predictions. The other 2 years were on my main channel, Onion Bomb. I just recently decided to move it to another channel, being this channel, Ascent Sports. So yeah, if you're coming from my main channel, I don't know if anyone is, because they weren't super popular, but they got some views at times. But hey, if it is, welcome. If you're new, welcome. But yeah, I will be doing my NFL game predictions. Basically, we're just gonna go week by week, and I'm gonna predict each matchup outcome, and I'm gonna keep a record of myself, and we'll see how I do at the very end of the season. Now, I'm doing this old school. This is how I originally did it back in 2017. However, 2018, I did something pretty different. It was pretty cool. Basically, I got my prediction, and then I got picked randomly out of a bowl and I called it the Bulls prediction. And then I did a Madden simulation, and then I had Madden's prediction, and then it was like a three-way thing. So I like was in a race with three different things, and we just saw who had the best record at the end of the season. My original plan was to do it like that, but unfortunately, I am not going to do that for a couple of different reasons. Main big one is I don't have Madden 20 yet, so I cannot do them unless I use Madden 19 again, which I don't really want to do. And the second big reason is I don't really have that much time to edit these videos. I've already got, some college work to do. I already have my own main channel videos to edit, and I do some reaction videos, and sometimes they just take a while for me to edit because Breaking Bad's 40 minutes long, and I need to fit that under you need to use less than 10 minutes of footage. So it's it's I can't really focus that much and put too much energy in these videos. Plus, when they might not get as much views as my other videos. So yeah, for this year at least, I'm gonna go back to the bare bones of it and just pick the games myself with just my opinion. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but yeah, maybe next year I'll bring back the Bull and the Madden. Or maybe I'll bring some friends on this. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm just going to be predicting the games myself. So yeah, that's how we're doing it this year. Let's get into week 1 of the NFL 2019 season. Okay, so first matchup here, we have Thursday Night Football, the opener, to celebrate 100 seasons of the NFL. We have Packers and we have the Bears. Packers at the Bears. If you guys saw my early season predictions, you guys know I'm kind of sleeping on the Packers. I'm one of the few people that don't think they're back yet. And I'm really, really hyped up on the Bears. Probably too hyped up. So, like I said before, if you watch my early season predictions, it's not spoiling this for you. I'm not gonna necessarily pick the same outcomes I did there because some things change over time. But for right now, for this matchup, I am gonna take the Bears over the Packers. I just feel like the Bears are gonna get this win. Their defense is really good. Honestly, it's just pretty much up to the offense. If Mitchell Trubisky can really step up, then the Bears could have a really good season. However, if he goes the opposite way, they could do the opposite. But we'll have to see. I'm gonna wait and see before I go against the Bears. So right now I'm gonna take the Bears, and I'm still hyped up on them. And yeah, a lot of people might have the Packers. I'm going with the Bears. All right, now we're going into the early Sunday 1 o'clock games. First one we got here is the Chiefs at the Jaguars, and I'm going with the Chiefs. This game was, I believe, played last year at some time. Chiefs won it. I think the Chiefs are gonna win it again. They're just a better team. Jaguars defense still looks pretty good. Nick Foles though might elevate that offense. It depends though. It's not a guarantee. They could get this win, I guess, but I just think the Chiefs are just a better team than the Jaguars right now. So, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs here to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next up we have the Falcons at the Vikings. And this is a very interesting and good matchup because the Falcons and Vikings are two teams that have something to prove. They're teams that are coming off bad years, and they're coming off surprisingly bad years. Like a lot of people had the Falcons and the Vikings doing much better than they did last season. Falcons had an excuse though; they were very injured on defense and just injured in general. Vikings had less of an excuse, but yeah, I'm actually going with the Falcons here. I think they're going to be more back than the Vikings right now. Like I said, kind of going on the fact that, Falcons, like, they were injured. Vikings, I might have had a couple injuries, but I don't think they had that many enough like, they missed the playoffs. But they just missed the playoffs, too, to be fair. I just have faith in the Falcons to win this one. I still think the Vikings are going to be a decent team, but I think they're just going to lose this one. Alright, next up we have the Titans at the Browns. An interesting one. This one might be harder than some people that are sold on the Browns think. But I am taking the Browns here. I just think they're going to beat the Titans. I think they're going to show flashes of why you should be hyped for them. Titans probably are gonna put up a decent fight here, but I think the Browns are gonna get this one. I think they're gonna get this one off the rip. I just think that's what's gonna happen. All right, next up we have the Bills at the Jets. This one's an interesting one. Both teams made additions, pretty good defenses. But I think the Jets offense, with Le'Veon Bell, now we got, Sam Darnold. I think it's a bit better. So that's the edge that's going to give this to me. I think the Jets are going to win this one, so I'm going to go with the Jets over the Bills. A lot of people have Bills as a sleeper team. I don't, but if you do, then maybe you have the Bills in this matchup. I'm just feeling the Jets, so I'm taking the Jets on this one. I could see this one going the other way. This is a toss-up, so yeah, I could be getting this one wrong, but I think the Jets got this one. And right next to it, something that I'm pretty confident in, the Ravens at the Dolphins, and I'm going with the Ravens. I'm pretty confident with that pick. Not too sold on the Dolphins this year. So I'm just, I just don't think the Dolphins are gonna win this game. I think the Ravens are gonna do it. Dolphins still have home field advantage, but Ravens aren't exactly the Patriots. I think that's not gonna matter, and they're still going to beat the Dolphins. Next up we have the Redskins at the Eagles, and I'm going with the Eagles. Just Eagles. A lot of people's picked to win that division. I think they're the better team too. And Redskins, quarterbacks kind of iffy. I don't know. They have Case Keenum, I think. And then maybe I don't think Dwayne Haskins is going to start this game. So I definitely think the Eagles are going to take this one. The last of the 1 o'clock games, we have the Rams at the Panthers. I'm going with the Rams. At least I still don't know what's going on with Cam Newton. Is he going to play? Is he injured? If he's going to play, is he going to be all there? Really only sure thing about the Panthers is, Christian McCaffrey is going to play. I still don't think their wide receivers are anything special. I don't know about their defense either. So yeah, Rams. You know, possible Super Bowl hangover, yes, but I think they're gonna get this one, and they're the better team than the Panthers. So I'm gonna take them to win this game. All right, now in the 4 o'clock-ish games, we have the this should have been a great game, a great matchup, but not anymore. It's the Colts at the Chargers. And yes, without a doubt, I'm taking the Chargers now. I was probably going to take that at the Chargers either way, but that could have been a much better game if Andrew Luck played. But of course, he retired, which I personally respect his decision, and I also understand why Colts fans are gonna be mad and we be emotional over that, because that literally, like, a lot of people are picking the Colts to win the AFC South, and now a lot of people are picking the Colts to come last in the AFC South. But maybe Jacoby Brissett's gonna, be surprising, but I don't think he's gonna be that surprising. He's gonna beat the Chargers week 1, so yeah, I'm taking the Chargers to beat the Colts. Should have been a better game. Wish it was, but you know what? Oh well. Next up we have the Bengals at the Seahawks, and definitely I'm taking the Seahawks. Bengals, just Steelers fan bias here, maybe, but I just don't think they're a good team at all, really. And I think the Seahawks are a decent team, a possible playoff team too, maybe. So yeah, I definitely think the Seahawks are gonna get this one over the Bengals. They got home field advantage too, so yeah, definitely Seahawks. Very confident in that pick. But on the opposite here, we got the Giants at the Cowboys, and man, this is a tough one because Ezekiel Elliott might play, he might not play, and if Saquon Barkley does good over the Cowboys defense, the Giants could win it. But if Zeke plays, it's probably gonna be. I think I'm gonna take the Cowboys either way. I think they could beat the Giants even without Zeke, but it depends if Zeke's gonna hold out or not. If Zeke does hold out, I think I'm gonna take the Cowboys a lot less this season than I expected to. But if he doesn't, then I'll probably take them like I thought I would. So I'm gonna just take the Cowboys. Giants could win that without Zeke, but with Zeke, probably not. Next up we have the 49ers at the Buccaneers. I'm going with the 49ers. I think they're going to do really good this game. I think, 49ers, Jimmy G is going to be back, and he's going to be back with a vengeance, especially over a team like the Buccaneers. I know they were very surprising week 1 last year, but that was with Ryan Fitzmagic before he turned into Fitzception. So I don't think Jameis Winston's going to have the same effect. I think the 49ers are the better team here, and they're going to win this game. Alright, next up we have the Lions at the Cardinals. I'm going with the Lions because Cardinals, they weren't doing good in the preseason. It's just not looking good for the Cardinals. It really isn't. I think the Lions, I just think the Lions can beat the Cardinals here. I don't know, maybe if Kyler Murray is really impressive, but, it's just really not looking good for the Cardinals. So I'm definitely going to the Lions there. Cardinals, it might be slow for you guys, but we'll see. Alright, next up, we have Sunday Night Football, which is my game, because it has my team, the Steelers, and we have the Steelers at the Patriots. It pains me to do this. I really don't like not taking my team week 1. I was able to take it the last 2 years because it's against the Browns and not really a good Browns team. But I'm going with the Patriots. It's at New England. Steelers were able to get this win last year, but that was in their home field, and it's just Tom Brady in Foxborough, and it's just I just some people are, giving me hope, like, oh, they start slow, Patriots, Steelers defense was looking good. Uh I've been down this road too many times. If the Steelers win, great. I'll take this L in a prediction, um, with a smile on my face, definitely. But they do lose, which I kind of expect them to. I'd understand, and at least silver lining, I get the prediction right. So I'm gonna take the Patriots. Sorry, Steelers. We'll see about next week. Alright, next up we have the we have Monday. We're moving on to Monday. That was Sunday Night Football, the Steelers and Patriots. We're moving on to Monday night here. We have the Texans at the Saints. And you guys know I've been I'm sold on the Texans. I have them winning the South. I think they're still a good team. I know a lot of people are kind of against them. I know they just traded Jadeveon Clowney, so maybe, but I'm going with the Saints. Yeah, I do think the Saints are the better team. I think they're gonna lose to the Saints, no matter how hyped I am on the Texans. So yeah, Saints. I have the Saints winning that game against the Texans. Just seems like it's gonna happen. And last up here we have Monday Night Football again. We have the Broncos at the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders here. I do think the Raiders and the Broncos aren't really that good of a team. But I think the Raiders are going to come off strong after the preseason. AB might eat. So, yeah, I think the Raiders are going to win this one. Still don't have them winning that many games. Don't think they will, but we'll see. Maybe they'll surprise me, and I'll start to pick them in the future. This is week by week, so like I can definitely sell in on more teams as they show me more proof to sell in on them. But for right now, I'm just taking what I know and what I think, and I'm applying it to the predictions, and we'll just go from there, week by week. And that's how this is going to work. Okay, so real quick recap here. Packers and Bears, I have the Bears. Chiefs at Jaguars, I have the Chiefs. Falcons at Vikings, I have the Falcons. Titans at Browns, I have the Browns. Bills at Jets, I have the Jets. Ravens at Dolphins, I have the Ravens. Redskins at Eagles, I have the Eagles. Rams at Panthers, I have the Rams. Colts at Chargers, I have the Chargers. Bengals at Seahawks, I have the Seahawks. Giants at Cowboys, I have the Cowboys. 49ers at Buccaneers, I have the 49ers. Lions at Cardinals, I have the Lions. Steelers at Patriots, I have the Patriots. Texans at Saints, I have the Saints. And Broncos at Raiders, I have the Raiders. And that is my prediction for week 1 of the NFL. Next time, of course, we're going to do week 2. And we're gonna recap week 1 before we get into week 2. I'll give you the record of I'll give you the record of how I do, and you'll understand as the series goes on. You probably always do understand. I might be over explaining it a little bit, but before we start each predictions, I'm gonna give you the record of how I do and the overall record. I don't know what's going on with me. I just can't talk right now. So I'm probably over explaining it. You guys get it. Basically, we're predicting the NFL week by week, and that's how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep track of how I do with a record. And if there's any ties, I'm just gonna add it on as if I tied the prediction because I didn't get it right, I didn't get it wrong. I mean, it sucks. I didn't have to worry about that the first year I did this, but I had to worry about it twice the last year. So yeah. Alright, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. No, it's always up to you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Watch it for me. Goodbye.